When you visit myprintermanager.com, the first thing you need to do is log in. Your username is your email address, and your password comes in an automatic email. If for some reason you've forgotten your password, click the Recover Your Password link to get a new password sent to your email address. Or, if you've never had an account set up, you can individually register for the devices that you print to by clicking Register for an Account. Once you've entered your password, click the Login button. Once you log in, you'll be presented with a listing of all of the devices viewable in your environment. You can scroll through and pick a device to view, or you can narrow your search if you know the serial number, asset number, location, or other pieces of information noted here. I know that I'm looking for a device in our West region, so I'm going to type in West and hit Apply Filter. From there, I'm presented with choices with the word West in the location field. Select the device you want to view. Across the top, you'll notice this information bar. This has read-only information about the device, things like model, serial number, customer name, asset ID, and location. These are read-only fields, but if you do have access, you can edit them through a screen we'll demo later. The device status area lets you know the status of the device. There's 3 choices you might see here: normal, stale, and local. Normal means everything is reading just fine on this device. Stale means the device is not currently reading in the software. Local means the device is locally attached and at times may not read as well as a network-attached device. Down the left-hand side, you'll notice this navigation that takes you to different areas of the site. We'll start with the toner view. In the toner view, you'll notice each of the toner parts that go in the device, along with the part number that's mapped to that device, the current days remaining, and the toner level. The days remaining section shows you how many days are left until your toner needs to be replaced. You should receive a new toner 10 to 20 days before the current toner runs out. In the toner level section, you see a graph of supply levels over time. You can also click on the toner level to see a graph of the current percent remaining. In the far right column, you see the number of toners in transit or on site. That means a toner is either on the way or sitting next to your printer, ready to be replaced. Once the toner goes into the printer, the quantity here goes back to 0. If at any time you have questions about the different sections of the site, you can hover over these question marks for more details. You can also double-click to pull up a pop-up of that information. In the Recent Shipments section, you see a history of all of the shipments for this device for toner in the past 120 days. You see details like the order date, the order number, the part number and description of the item shipped, and the tracking number. You can click right on a tracking number to see who signed for it at your building and when it was received. The Details button allows you to reprint the packing list. Click the Details button and up pops a report showing what the packing list in the shipment would have looked like. The non-toner area gives you similar information that you reviewed in the toner section. It's just about the non-toner consumables that fit in this device. In this case, a fuser kit. You can see the part name, the part number mapped to the device, and the current days remaining. Sometimes you'll see this limited usage note. This means that it's more than 2 years away before your next estimated shipment. Again, you'll see the graph of supply levels over time, and you can click on that graph to see the current level remaining. In transit and on site shows you how many supplies are waiting to be put inside the device, and once that current supply that's sitting there is put into the device, the quantity goes back to 0. In the Recent Shipments section, you'll see a history of orders for the past 120 days for the non-toner consumables. You'll see the order date, order number, part number shipped, part name, and the tracking number. Again, simply click on that tracking number to see when it was received at your location and who signed for it. As before, you can click on the Details button to see a copy of what the packing list for that shipment would have looked like. If you've been given access to help update and edit information in your environment, this edit screen will allow you to make adjustments to fields like asset number, model, and location within your building. Simply click on the field and input the new information. Some fields you notice are drop-downs and others are free to type in text. Department name and department code are really only used on this site and are informational only. These other pieces of information can be seen on things like supply routing labels and packing lists. Days before stale alert is the number of days before this device would show up in your stale device listing. You can edit this by choosing a different number of days. When you're done making changes, be sure to hit Save Changes. If you do not, the information will not be saved. If you've made a mistake and would like to cancel your entry, simply hit Cancel. The Service Ticket section allows you to see a history of any open service tickets. It will list out the date the ticket was created, the problem that was logged, and the current stage that the ticket is in, as well as once it's been assigned and the resolution. You can also see a resolved date. You can click on View Details for more information about the service ticket. If you need to launch a new ticket, click Submit New Service Ticket. You'll be taken to a page where you can give us some more specific feedback on the issue at hand. Choose your problem and give us a note if you like. If you see an error code across the LCD screen, you can enter it here. If not, just hit Submit. From there, the system knows the device that's having a problem, as well as using the description to search our system for ways you might solve the problem. If you see one that matches, click on it, and more information will be given to you. A summary of the problem, oftentimes a picture of the problem, and a way you might resolve this. Oftentimes, this helps solve the problem. If it does, go ahead and hit Yes here, and a ticket will not be launched. If you're still having an issue, go ahead and click No, and then click Submit. This will allow a service ticket to come to us to help you. Please give us your contact information in case we need to contact you for further questions about the device. Once you click Submit, the system will take you back to the Service Tickets page, and you'll see your newly launched service ticket in the list of open tickets, where you can come back periodically to track it through resolution. In the unlikely event you receive a defective or incorrect part, you can go to the Return Authorization section to set up a return. Click Start. From there, you'll see a listing of past orders. Review the different orders and parts and select the item you need to return. Then click Request Return Authorization. From there, you'll let us know if it's a defective or incorrect part issue, and you'll type us a note here. Once you do that, then click Submit. If you do not see the appropriate part in the listing above, you can select from this drop-down the part you need to return and click Request Replacement. From there, you'll follow the same process as mentioned earlier. Give us a note as to the issue at hand, a contact phone number, and then click Submit. From there, your reseller contact will reach out to you with the return information. From time to time, devices go stale in the software. Stale means that a device was reading and now, for some reason, it's lost its connection to the software. To see a listing of these devices, go to Device and click on Stale Device Listing. This will show you a list of devices in your environment that were reading in the software and now they're not. There's a couple of hints for getting these reading again if you hover over the question mark at the bottom. If not, please reach out to us and we're happy to help you get these devices reading again. Another way you can gain access to our knowledge base articles is to go to the knowledge base section. This is the same information you find when you're launching a service ticket from the device view. In this option, you can just search by model, serial number, or a problem type to find information on how you might resolve issues. In this case, I'll pick a problem of print quality and hit Apply Search. Now I get knowledge base articles on all of the possibilities causing issues with print qualities and the models that it might affect. I can scroll through, and when I see one I want to choose, simply click on it and more information will be presented. A description, a resolution, the models that are affected, and a picture of what this might look like. The service tickets section allows you to review a history of your service tickets. If you simply choose Apply Search, all open service tickets in your environment will populate. From there, you can click on them and see a description of the problem and see the steps going through, the first one being triage. This is a ticket we just launched, so no triage notes have taken place as of yet. Another option is to see a history of all service tickets in your environments. To do so, click Include Closed Tickets and hit Apply Search. From here, you'll see all service tickets that have occurred in your environment since the time we started the program. You can scroll through, click on any of these, and see the history. You can also narrow by a model or a date range, a service ticket number, or any other piece of information you see on the screen. The Change Request view through My Printer Manager is an automated process that will allow you to send and track requests through the portal. If you don't see this feature available and it's something you're interested in learning more about, give us a call and we'll determine if this feature is a good resource for you. Once this permission is turned on, you will see the Change Request option in the menu at the top of the screen. To initiate a request, you'll click on Change Request. This will take you to the Change Request homepage, where you can see your previously submitted requests and their current status. To start a new request, you'll click the New Request button. From the drop-down, you'll select one of three options. Add Change, which is used for adding devices to the program or making updates to existing devices. Remove, which is used for removing devices from the program and or hiding the devices in the data collection software. Or Combined, which allows you to send and add, change, and remove requests all through one combined request. Let's look at Add Change first. You will select your change request type and click Create. From this screen, you will select the devices that you wish to add or make updates to by clicking the Device button. From this screen, you'll select the devices you wish to add or make updates to by clicking the Add Device button. Next, you'll filter your search results by putting in specific search criteria like serial number or asset ID, or you can review the entire environment by just clicking the Apply Search button. To select the device for your request, place a check in the box next to the device. You can check as many or as few devices as you would like in one request. Once you're finished selecting devices, you will need to click the Add button. The next step is to edit the device details. This is accomplished by placing a check in the box next to the device you wish to update and clicking the Edit Device button. In this screen, you will update the asset, location, shipping address, and any extra user-defined supply routing label fields. It is important that if the address already exists in the drop-down menu, select that address rather than entering a new one. By selecting an existing address, it allows the system to aggregate shipped supplies so you're not receiving multiple shipping boxes. Once the update is complete, you will click the Save button. You will continue this same process for all devices in the request. If you need to make a note regarding your Add Change request, you can do so by clicking on Edit next to the Notes field. Once you've added your note, click Save. Once the edits are complete, you'll need to click the Submit button to complete your request. Once you submit your request, it will take you back to the Change Request home page. Now, let's walk through the Remove process. You'll need to click the New Change Request button again to begin your request. This time, you will select Remove from the drop-down and click Create. Just as you did with the Add Change Request, you'll click the Add Device button to select the devices for your remove request. From here, you can filter your search results by putting in specific search criteria like serial number or asset ID, or you can review the entire environment by just clicking the Apply Search button. To select the device you would like to remove, place a check in the box next to the device. Remember, you can check as many devices as you would like in one request. Once you're finished selecting devices, click the Add button. If you need to make a note regarding the request, you can do so by clicking on Edit by the notes. Once you've added your note, you will just click Save. In this case, there's nothing to edit, so you'll just want to make any necessary notes and click the Submit button to complete your request. This will take you back to the Change Request homepage. The last part of the change request process is sending a combined request. Once again, you'll click on the New Change Request button. This time, you'll select Combined from the drop-down and click Create. This will allow you to select adds, changes, and removes in one complete request. Just as you did with the other two requests, you will click Add Device. From here, you can filter your search results by putting in specific search criteria like serial number or asset, or you can review the entire environment by just clicking the Apply Search button. In this request, you'll see two columns, one marked AC for devices you want to add or change, and one marked REM for those you would like to remove. You will select devices to add, change, or remove by placing a check in the appropriate box. Once all the devices have been selected, you'll click Add. For add or change requests, you'll need to edit the device like you did in our first example. You will place a check in the box next to the device and click Edit Device. One feature in the combined request is that you can modify the request type. Simply click the drop-down in this section to change. Update the device details and click Save. Nothing will need to be edited on remove requests. Additionally, if you select a device that shouldn't be part of the request at all, place a check in the box next to that device and click the Remove Device button. This will remove the device from the request. If you need to make a note regarding this request, you can do so by clicking on Edit next to Notes. Once you've added your note, you will click Save. Once the edits are complete, you will click the Submit button to complete the request. This will take you back to the Change Request homepage. Now you can apply the filter for pending requests and see only the device requests that are awaiting completion. You will also want to be sure to review completed requests. You can apply the filter to see both completed and rejected. Once you have selected the request and reviewed it for notes or comments, you can place a check in the box next to the device and click Acknowledge. This action will remove the request from the search grid you see on the Change Request homepage. Thank you so much for your time today reviewing myprintermanager.com. We hope you find this a useful tool in managing and understanding your environment. If ever you have any questions, our contact information can be found at the bottom of every screen.